Hello, YouTube. It's time for another walk. Okay, I'm just gonna let's just go. Okay, so we're back outside my house to go for another walk. Let's go, guys. This is how I think the rest of my videos for my entire high school era, I guess. But basically, I'm out here to talk about, I think the title of the video is gonna be like, what type of person do I want to be? I talked about already what type of content I want to make, but like I mentioned that I wanted to be, show my personality, but I didn't really explain like what type of person I wanted to be on my YouTube channel and what that might cause in terms of like things I do on my YouTube channel or like games I play, because I think I still, just had to make sure, I think I still want to play games. I just don't think I'm ready quite yet. I've already done it twice, the last two times in a few weeks. I think it was 2 weeks. It was actually a few days after both of kind of like, no, okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so a few days after I filmed my last video, I tried to film another video. I'm just gonna say Super Meat Boy, and I found myself like still kind of not acting how I want to act, And so, I just kind of wanted to say, like, get myself ready. For one, I start making content, like gaming content, because I still want to do it, and I really like gaming content as like a fun little thing I can do. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind in the future, I don't really know, but I still really like doing this stuff because it's way easier to express who I am and list my thoughts and show my personality through an actual content like means, because like literally that's the entire thing. The entire purpose of the video is to show my personality, not play a game while showing my personality. You understand? You kind of get me? I don't know. That doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna cut to when I'm at the parking lot, or I got kidnapped, because I'm doing this at 12. Who knows? I guess I'll say what like sparked this, because last time I said I was watching Corey Kenshin like vlog, old content that sparked it. This time I think it's just kind of been a shift and increased clarity on who I want to be. Maybe last time I filmed my video, I didn't exactly know who exactly I wanted to be in my YouTube videos, but now I think I've gained a little bit of an increased like idea and vision. So I kind of want to share that with you guys. So moving forward, you guys can keep me accountable to, what I want to be and stuff. Well, we're here, guys. The car just did its key thing, Okay, enough of that. What did I do? What did I come here for? Okay, so I just wanted to talk out here about who I want to be on my YouTube channel, I think I've always had a problem with not living up to my expectations of who I want to be, especially with like how I behave. I'm checking behind you guys, you gotta watch behind me, because if some dude sneaks up on me, I'm not gonna know, but you're gonna know. So yeah, but I've always had a problem with who I am on my YouTube channel. When I film YouTube videos, I want you guys to know who I am. I think I'm like a optimistic, uplifting guy, and I want to show that on my YouTube channel. I want to be specifically, here's the answer to the big question. The person I want to be is someone you can look up to, someone who's always uplifting, someone who's never negative, someone who's a role model, someone who's like proud to be themselves. This is the type of guy I want to be. You know, I don't want to be this negative dude who does drama alerts and makes fun of people for comedy. I want to be this guy who can be funny, but not at the expense of others. You know, I don't want to be, if it costs someone else's feelings for me to be funny, then I don't want to be funny. You know, I want to be the type of guy who like can make fun of himself, you know, be outgoing, you know, embarrass himself to be funny. You know, I don't think I should be this introverted guy who's afraid to do anything because I'm afraid of what other people think. You know, I want to be this kind of goofy guy all the time that, like, you know, makes YouTube videos and is like funny, you know. I don't know how to say it, dude, but like another like aspect of this is that like I just don't want to swear. Like, is it just me, or is it like when you hear people swear, it kind of like feels like the word shouldn't be there? It's like they're just kind of adding it unnecessarily, and you can kind of just like cut it out and the sentence makes perfect sense, but without using language that some people might not like, you know. And I'm not like a type of dude to not do stuff because people don't like it, but I'm a type of guy to not do unnecessary stuff that is kind of a little weird. I don't know. I just don't think swearing is necessary, and I think I can do who I am, which is an uplifting guy, and, you know, not swear. I don't think I need to swear, and I'm gonna try to not swear going forward. It's hard, you know, like once you ingrain it into yourself, it kind of becomes this thing that you just like can't stop doing, or you do subconsciously, and you just don't really like know when you're doing it. Yeah, but like when I look at like, you know, other people that aren't like me, I don't want to be this antisocial guy. You know, I want to be this guy who's really nice and can be like looked up to. I don't want to be this guy who, like, you know, you see on the internet is like, oh, he was kind of funny, but then when you look back at it, you're like, oh, I would never want to be like that. He's kind of like pretty mean. Like, I want to be I'm not doing it for other people. I'm doing this because I want to be a better person. I want to be a person who like people legitimately want to be like. I want to be someone who people can look up to and aspire to. I want to be the type of person who can lead and be an example of what you're supposed to be, or a good example of how to act or how to be. You know, this kind of sounds messed up. Like, I'm not saying that you have to be like me, but I'm saying that like I want to be the guy who you're like, oh, that's admirable that he's doing that. I kind of want to do that too, you know? I don't want to be a guy who you don't look up to. I want to be a guy who's really nice and funny, not at the expense of others. You know, I think that's just the moral of the story here. Okay, we're good. You know, I think moving forward, I want to be a guy who's really goofy and makes funny jokes and is fine with embarrassing myself to be funny, because I think people should embarrass themselves more. You know, it's not like, I think I've become too lost in this habit of being like nonchalant or caring what other people think, really. Like, why didn't I do this in the middle of the day? Because I'm embarrassed. But I kind of want to get rid of that habit, you know? I want to be able to go out and film and do what I like doing when I want to and when it fits me. You know, I do like doing this at night. I think it gives a really cool atmosphere and allows me to speak without a lot of noise because there's like no one here, except for the 3 times cars drove by. But yeah, I don't want to swear, and I don't want to keep up this like kind of streamer like vocabulary and like mindset, humor, where they make fun of people and they insult people at like this to be funny and to entertain people. I don't want to do that, you know. I want to make people laugh by telling jokes that are funny or like not at the expense of others. I keep on saying it, And I know it kind of sounds like a broken record, but I don't want to make fun of people to make people laugh, because it's not funny to make fun of people. I don't want to make fun of people. Yeah, but like I think this is just after editing a short video, and before editing it's actually a pretty similar length to my last video, but after editing it'll probably be even shorter. So I kind of want, I'm not gonna do an outro thing. Actually, no, I'll do an outro thing. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And one last send off to kind of reinforce the concepts in this video. I'll reluctantly scream or yell or something, I don't know. It's the middle of the night, I can do it. What should I scream? Okay, now that I'm recording, I'm gonna go scream something over there. Woo! That's so bad. Whoa! That's good enough. That's good enough. Bye bye.